Really have a sucker for saying
Shit, champ. I forgot the name of the password again. What was it? Media
That's
Wilder Fury?
Media capital M, Fury Wilder 3.
Fury Wilder. Thanks, brother. I think the last time I saw you was the last one, bro. The rematch.
Yeah, I came to Spence, Ugas Pacquiao. I
Oh,
was
okay.
here, but I was like, I wasn't here the whole week. So
You were just here for the fight night?
yeah, and then they made me sit in the media room.
Hmm. Guys, thanks guys for watching here at the Wilder Fury press conference. As you can see, they're even backing me. That's how early we are. But I'm not even sure when it starts, to be honest. I think it starts in like 15 or 20 minutes, something like that. I'm here in the front row. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you guys watching.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Going on. When'd you leave? Phelps. When'd you leave?
30 minutes you want
It's 37 minutes, bro, for me to get here like that. Yeah. Barely had time to take a nap, bro. What kind of flight is this? Yeah. I'm not even gonna rest up on this flight.
Yeah, I'm chilling right now, bro. I think shit, man.
I was just hoping not to land in Palm Springs again.
Like this isn't the right direction, I don't think. You need to change the filter or something?
Yeah.
I seriously thought you were messing with me when you said that. I was like, nah, no way, bro.
You flew JetBlue or Spirit?
No wonder we ran out of gas.
That's what they got.
You made a big loop around Arizona and just came back.
I'm surprised they got delayed by Delta there.
What happened was like, I had to connect to Atlanta, and it was like, I don't know why, but we got off the plane like 15 minutes after they said we get there, and it just threw everything off. My connect was 30 minutes after I landed, so I had to wait like another hour and a half, basically. 2 hours down there.
So you've returned. Hey, Jimmy. No, I know everything you did through, and now it's kind of wild. How's everything going? How was the sabbatical? How was the bike ride?
This thing starts at 4 o'clock.
I'm supposed to go out. That's crazy.
Something. Probably like 350. Not crazy.
350? 350 stories?
Oh, bro,
Oh.
Fletch me off their story.
Oh.
See how many stories I'm supposed to file?
Yeah. I got to do a preview, and then we're going live like this.
You'll see it's some weirdness.
A million things. I probably got like 15.
Sheesh.
They're not, I don't know how long your stories are. They're not as long as that, for sure. Very wild when you hear someone else say, where do you get your passcode from? Do they give out any pamphlets or anything?
And also, with what we do, that's what you
That's flight.
It was cool. I didn't sleep last night, so I slept both ways.
already there on
Connect in
if I have to shoot them,
here, and going here,
their
going
last
to
two
yours.
rows.
That was fine. It was like less than an hour.
I thought you were gonna drive this thing.
Nah, bro. That drive from LA to Vegas, bro, like it's smooth coming into Vegas, but like when you like leave to go back to LA, it's horrible.
What's wrong with it?
Cause like everyone from LA be coming to Vegas for me. So on the drive back from Vegas to LA, I was like, hell shit.
I didn't even know they were so close. It was like 4 hours.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 hours. Like on the drive back, it's like 8 hours, bro.
It was nuts.
Yeah, so I made that drive once. I was like, never again. So,
I'm leaving Sunday.
Monday. Might go to Dallas next week, man. Possibly.
Who they got Chargers or Rams?
Nah, my new story on Trevon Diggs.
Bama boys.
Yeah, that man. He made a hooping. So,
He said he been hooping.
yeah, so my new story about how he's like became his own player and not just like Stephon anymore.
Yeah. This is year number 2 for him, ain't it? Or 3?
Huh?
Is this year 2 or 3 for him?
It's
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm putting a request with Dallas right now, so we'll see what they say. And then I gotta go to New York. And then,
I forgot you're even moving out here.
gotta go there in a month, October 22nd to November 8th. Covering the UFC fight. The UFC fight's like the first week of November. But they were like, oh, you can like come and meet people in the office and all that. So, yeah.
Who fighting?
Usman and Covington. Are you the only guy from that here? Or are you
There may be something with USA Today. I haven't heard anything. Maybe. All I know is right now, we don't really. I'm the recruiting reporter for Barstool Sports. I'm not really collaborating with USA Today as much as like probably the Bama beat reporter guy or NFL team guy. So I don't really know, but I don't think so.
to focus mostly on
Yeah, Deontay. But
you thought this family yet, man?
I ain't talking to his family. Really, they just got me here doing a bunch of stuff off the live stuff. Really, they ain't even connecting up with them.
You got like 8 kids, right?
Said what?
They have like 8 kids.
We have a lot.
That's wild.
He played with the Philly got one.
Yeah.
What's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Good.
Hey, mate. What it is? Good to see you. I didn't see you right there. I was just talking to you about you. What happened to how did you fight the dude?
He was winning convulsions.
Really? Is he okay? Is he out of hospital?
Man, they're way more efficient there than here.
They are?
He was in and out in a little bit over 3 hours.
Oh, really?
The hospital nurses were watching the fight.
You should.
So literally, when he got in there, they already knew what the problem was. They knew what was supposed to do. They did a MRI,
Yeah.
everything and done.
So he walked out.
I ate pizza with him that night in the hotel. I got to the hotel. I didn't stay for the Joshua. We didn't want to have to wait for however much traffic was going to be.
I was going to ask you that. I'd say, what do you do? You know?
Yeah, I mean, so we wanted to stay, but then I'm like, man, it took so long to get there. You know how the roads are there? It's like not really any
Yeah,
freeways.
Tottenham High Road, yeah.
It's
It's on
like
the High
this.
Road, yeah.
So we watched one round, And then we're like, you know what? That's how they intro and everything. And we were watching on, someone had a phone with the Zone or with the Sky stream on there. And we watched it. And then we got to the hotel. We watched what Ricky Hatton in the lobby.
Why was he there? Oh, because his son was in the hospital too? Wow.
Him and like his brother-in-law and some other family people.
That was in the lobby, what, of the hospital?
No, the hotel.
Oh, the hotel.
One of our guys went to the hospital.
Oh, okay.
And then I ordered pizza. Then he got out of the hospital and back before the pizza got there.
That's
So,
awesome.
It was fine. It didn't look good the one that happened. I never seen his leg is like going like this.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything about it. I just heard like stretchers and hospital, and I'm thinking, wow.
Yeah, and he's never been knocked out before. And then you got a guy moving up in weight, so I didn't really think he was gonna win, but I thought he'd at least go the distance.
Wow.
You never know. Well, for him, at least he's safe.
How'd you like our flight? It was your first time there, yeah?
I mean, we took 3 hours around Buckingham Palace, Big Ben.
Oh, yeah.
Me and the two trainers, the fighters, the hotels. But besides that, we were just we went to the O2, where the weigh-in was at,
Oh, O2.
and the fighter media workout, basically nothing. And then the press conference and the fight was at Tottenham. You know, that is
The stadium, yeah, they
That's-
just built that, yeah. I think it's a year old or something. It's like
Yeah,
religion.
really, really, really nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And besides that, and then my little time around Buckingham, just the drive to the airport. It took 2 hours almost to get from that Heathrow to wherever I said I was at that Stratford hotel. I can't remember the name of that area. Still London, but
What, Canary Wharf? Is that where you were?
the east side I want to say. I can't remember. But he told me it's 20 miles. It took almost 2 hours to get there.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I got there at like, by the time it was like 8:30.
Same thing on
8
Las
o'clock
Vegas
rush hour
Boulevard,
traffic
I
on Monday
think.
morning.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not walking. It was definitely like
The breakfast though, man, I'm not a fan.
2 quarters.
You eat
mile
this
and a
breakfast?
quarter.
I don't like runny eggs.
Runny eggs, stewed
I
tomatoes.
like it really
Bring back my
cooked.
spot.
You know, like,
So bringing back my spot, like,
They couldn't make an omelet?
Which
Wow.
everything is really like really like still.
Like running, hello running.
Yeah, even
Taking pics, too.
buffet,
taking pics too.
Wow. Yeah.
But we found an Italian food restaurant right outside of the mall.
Yeah, I see you posted.
Oh my god,
Figo.
that place was so good. There 5 times.
Yeah, yeah, I see your posts.
Yeah, they were from Italy, that family, and then
Yeah,
and we found a Colombian coffee place right across the street from the hotel. There was a guy from Spain. There was a lot of people from Spain and from Italy there.
Yeah.
At least in that area where we were staying. Yeah, it was a good, it's a long flight, but a good experience.
Try Thailand, 25 hours.
That's in the airport.
19 hours flight.
What you get into.
13 just from here to Korea. She's got 5.5 hour layover, another 6 hours to Thailand.
Like the flight from here to Chicago was just like any domestic flight packed. But from Chicago to over to London, I upgraded like $80.
You think you know.
It's an American. I can't remember what it's called. Something space. It's not a name, but it's not first class. But there's hardly any people. There's hardly any people in that section. So I had the whole row to myself for 7.5 hours.
Were you ate on?
There and back. So I can lay down. Yeah.
What about like, did you have to do injections or anything like that?
I already had the vaccine, but you have to do a COVID test before you leave here.
72 hours, yeah?
Within, yeah, they have this thing called UK Locator. It's this website that tracks all your shit, and you put your information in there. And I guess it's over though, as of October 5th. Now you don't have to do that anymore.
Oh, really?
Now all you need is a clean COVID test. It was like 1 week after I was going to be there, or 10 days, where I
What about
wasn't.
coming back?
Coming back, you have to have a COVID test
Here.
within 72 hours. So I did one COVID test here. Then the promotion had us do one the day after we got there. And then we did one the day on the flight we did before we went.
Yeah, they kind of phase this out. That's just got to go now.
And then I just said, it's really weird because when you get there,
It's like hella
the
outdated.
customs, you just scan your passport. And that's it.
Yeah, so why can't Tilly bring his friends here?
They're like last week.
They're bad.
But see, I had a letter from Matchroom for the UK customs and whatever they're called. They give you a number that you don't have to quarantine for 8 days because they're what they call it, elite athlete or whatever the some term for it. And so I had to have that because, but the other people like Raheem went there, he told me to do it. So I think it's more strict coming this way.
What's up, everybody? Appreciate you guys all watching. Hit the like button. Get the algorithm going so more people get this video. But yeah, here we are. Second row of the press conference, and we will get all the facing up for the first time since last time. Since basically they've seen each other for the last since the rematch. So
They'll tip you right there, yeah. Like $1,000.
Think he cracked some jokes.
It really sucks that his fans can't make it here, you know? Add another 10
He used to beat his ass, bro.
just some here.
I wonder how close it is to.
So English can't come like for other than like
I
work or
think they
something like
can,
that.
but they have to quarantine.
Oh, it's like 14 days or
It
something.
was really,
They ain't never seen a Pete Heavyweight get beat like that last time.
Yeah, but that's
so I got that in 2 days.
that was right before COVID happened too. Me and my roommate went to the bar,
So I did it the next day.
and
I was supposed to leave on a Saturday. I had to leave on a Sunday.
watching that. I was like, yo, what?
Because the nation didn't tell us anything. Like, they didn't give us a whole lot of direction. And the same thing happened to
That was
fighter and
crazy.
trainer.
Yeah, I was like, yo,
Got
what?
a Puerto Rico had to delay the date. Same thing.
No, it's so big.
You cut it close, mate, with the passport.
No, I know. But I thought my
Could have ended up being live,
was
bro.
going to go.
Honestly,
So he asked me, and I was like, you know how much it cost me? I had to get a courier service. It cost me $750 for the courier service, and then $200 for rapid for the U.S. expedite. So it cost me, and then you take, and then $200 for the COVID test to get a rapid. It cost me around $1,300 and something dollars.
Wow.
I mean, now I have it for 10 years. Yeah, it's like $200.
Otherwise, it's like
It could be 3 to 6 months. You have to have a, like I had to show him a copy of my flight itinerary to be able to and I went to Courier found this Nevada Health. It's over on Decatur. And like they do the parts for like the COVID.
oh, I see it.
So I went in there to the passport. I went in there, and she told me that I was the first person they had for expedite because they shut it down with COVID. COVID was back up. She didn't even know how to do it. She had to call someone.
Yeah, UFC, they got data between them, bro. Like, you can't. Big as hell. You can't. In a way, else,
I knew that 2021 was going to be a big year, so I needed to write off anyway.
Like the way everything starts. When Tyson was going to give him a wild time if that happens. They get into some.
That or like the real ID now, right? Like the real ID.
You don't need that, but they can postpone it to 2020. Yeah, but I'm just saying right now, it's more license.
Two boxing events over in UFC. How close is the first series?
They got a press area in there,
That
bro.
real ID thing has been since
They got a
2010.
press area in there, bro.
I mean,
It keeps getting pushed back.
It's pretty close, man.
And they said for sure it was going to be in
That's
October.
all you need, the real ID.
They ain't got a meeting.
Yeah, well, not yet, but they've been saying that eventually they're gonna need it.
Because when I
I'm like, how the hell do you
license,
build a new arena
I was going to get it, but I didn't.
So I know you lying.
That's what they did. They got a tent outside.
So the lady said, come back. I'm not coming back.
It's nice. Though.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, just give it
Can I
to me.
come back here to
If
the
I gotta
front?
get $40 again, then I'll just pay it when I do it. So I never
Yeah,
did that. And then
it's nice though. It's a big ass tent. They got like.
I'll have to renew my license again anyway. So I'll make sure I get it next time.
I I don't know how many top-ranked socials.
Yeah, I did mine before that. But the only cool thing now is that you can check in and they'll start texting you updates.
Yeah, I mean,
That is
it's
cool.
pretty close.
And then this thing.
But the best one for the line is the one up
I've
on
never
the
been to
way
San
more
Francisco.
The Tike though.
Yeah, wait, and Aldeante?
Boy, been a football team.
Sorry. Thank you.
They have the least amount of lines. It's I should say, be careful. So you're on ESPN, but I'm just like that. That's what she said. That's what she said. They just and they actually just told me. I just paid for it the last time. I had to be. But it's worth like $80 or whatever.
What's up?
Yeah. On YouTube TV.
Yeah. Yeah, cause she different.
Flossing on my live.
Really? Huh? Oh,
Flossing all over
shit.
my live, bro.
Oh, you can catch my phone, bro?
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
But coming back,
There we go.
Got me flossing on there?
Yeah, man.
I'll take it.
I think so. I used to have one shit, but I never.
I'm right behind you. That's right. I was almost put my pinky. I had this today. I was like, I should put it on. How was it? Was it super long line?
Beat you. So. Nah, it's because the physical got here, Brad. Gaffy and get her back straight.
Yeah, right. You got blessed. I had like 3 receivers give me like 20 points.
Gaffy and get her out straight.
Hey, great brother. Great brother.
Can't be a good bro. I released me.
Sound good.
Playing with Shy this week. They said he's getting 27 points if he plays, but they're projected for.
I ain't never seen him.
Bro, yes.
What?
Yeah.
He's disgusting. Hell, gross. Gross. Clyde, gross.
I was pissed.
Gross.
I was pissed. But, I was pissed when they missed that touchdown. That too.
What happened?
Baker underthrew the ball. I was, it was like wide open.
Bro, what you call it? Keenan had a touchdown or a long clip. I think Herbert overthrew it too. You need what? He's at another league.
But I got my phone.
Oh, you got it. Oh, that's it.
Yeah, but I got the phone. You know what I want to
I'm supposed to have one of my leagues. It's an 18. I got Russ at QB, Miranda, Eckler, Henry, someone else. Najee. Those are my 3 running backs. And I had Carson. I just traded him.
I was scared to get Eckler, but I got one else.
And that's how I was out there with Henderson. It could happen.
Yeah, I already knew about him. His thing and everything. I didn't use him last year covering him.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Man, just made his paper.
It's wild, bro. It's crazy. I like some people to be extra all the time.
It really is.
I haven't checked in yet. I'm gonna check in later. Yeah. Which one do you want? 9?
Yes, sir. You know what, 2 phones? Yo, I'm doing 2 phones. So now it's rotate off and it off. I mean, my shit came this way yesterday, but I ain't had the phone that way. I had the phone. Then you when you went live, turn your phone side. Oh yeah. This when you put your thumbnail. Right. You got to do it when you put your thumbnail.
Looks like we're starting in 2 minutes with people.
I can't tell you Can I have it flooded and give it to me? I'm blinded.
Can't hear you, bro. Yeah. Oh, I just ignore it. I just ignore it, but it doesn't do anything. Yours, it shuts it down or what? iPhone? Maybe that's why. Team Android, baby. Gotta get on it. But yeah, no, it doesn't do anything. It just, you hear it in the video, you hear it ring, but I just cancel it.
There's one shit feature is like what's like going in. So talk about it's like you got Gatsby first time, second time, got
Arbitrator said he was not moving on.
I'm going for the A, but my wife didn't explain it. Down there. She's here. So my wife
My fault?
What's good, my peopleizations? Good, it's the best song in 2011. Money in the ghetto, Tad investment. Country artist Nathan Cunningham. Razor 5'3", Lloyd Tad, Tad investment. You know, I got my brother Champ side right here. Yeah, Champ in the building, you dig? Y'all better press 1 in here, you dig? Oh, yes sir. You already know. Go subscribe to my brother Champ side, man. Word up. Yes sir. Yes sir. We the only media here. Yeah, man. Yes sir, man. Drop that half a hundo on your boy Blue, man. We out here working. You understand? Brandon, oh, snap. He can't hear us because I ain't had the mic on. Y'all can hear me now? Salute to y'all, man. Pardon me. Got my brother Champ side in the building, man. Yes,
Press
sir.
1 in the chat.
Press 1. Y'all know what it is, man. Press 1 for my brother Champ. Go subscribe to my brother Champ side, man. Big deal. Yes, sir. Drop the half a hundo on your boy Blue, man. Drop it, man. Yes, sir. We working, man. We working, man. Yes, sir. Support it, man.
You gotta give them the vibe.
Yeah. Oh, they go. Let's tell me. Yeah. It's about to go down. Understand? We working. Smash that like button, people. Smash the like button. Oh, in the building. We in the building. Smash the like button. We got 200 people, man. We should have 200
Hilton Chelsea, they called me.
200 people, man. We should have 200
like
smash the like button,
3-4
man.
nights for like 170. It's looking like a 4-star.
Got my brother KO in the building.
Going on. Going on.
Go subscribe to his channel. Tell him where to subscribe.
Tell them to subscribe to KO Artist Sports. And I appreciate you, Blue. I know you blew up that Evander Holyfield video.
Yeah.
Watch your water.
Yes,
That's what
sir.
Evander
Watch your
said.
water.
Watch
Yes,
your
sir.
water. That was a
Yes,
crazy
sir.
story.
It was.
And you know what I thought about? What someone in my chat told me about one time is that Evander and Breland were on the same Olympic team.
Yep.
Yeah. So I wonder if that had something to do with that. You know what he said.
That's
like,
a good point. I ain't think about that.
yeah. Like I wonder if I don't know. You know what I
If
mean?
he knew something.
Because he
said
knew
it
what he was
full
talking about.
confidence,
You know what I mean? Like Evander knew what he was saying
That's a fact.
and who he was saying about it.
Right,
You know,
right.
so I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting.
Go subscribe to my brother, man.
Subscribe KO Water Sports.
KO
I'm live
Water
too, right
Sports.
here.
Yes, sir. He live too.
Yeah.
We gonna make it happen, man.
This is your time, huh? You gotta
Yes,
eat.
sir.
You gotta eat this week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's gonna be
grind
good.
time.
Man,
grind
it's
time.
culmination.
Yes, sir.
Culmination to 2 years.
Uh-huh.
The man who wins Saturday can legitimately say he's the
That's it.
baddest man on the planet.
That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Facts. Facts.
Do you feel Usyk plays into that? How does Usyk play into that?
He impressed me last. I wasn't impressed with his the Chaz Witherspoon and Derek Chisora fights,
Yeah, they were very.
but
They were
maybe
wins,
he was going
but
through the motion. So,
yeah,
But now I'm like, all right, he a player.
yeah. He got his size up.
Yeah.
That first left hand he hit Joshua with set the tone.
That's a
I feel like as soon as you saw Joshua's eyes kind of like,
Right.
I'm sure
He
just
was
got
shocked,
popped in the
right, by
mouth.
the speed,
Yeah, he was like, oh, all right. And then that set the tone because after that Joshua realized he needed to be careful.
That's a fact.
And man,
And
when
he
you
was cautious, right?
yeah, I feel like since then he was like.
He was
He was just cautious. Yeah, he was just like it maybe changed what he thought he was thinking. Like Mike Tyson said,
That's a fact.
you know,
Everybody
everyone
got
has a plan until you get hit.
Until you get hit in this. That's a fact.
And the look on AJ's eyes looked like what was I gonna do again? You know what I mean? Like what was I supposed to be doing?
That's a fact. Yeah. Like dropping the equipment over this. That ain't a good sound.
No, it's terrible. Good.
Yeah, we here, man. Smash the like button, man. Get the lights on. Everybody get 30 people, man. We got 330 likes. Smash the like button.
Can't be Let's see. It's a good fight. It's not necessarily Usyk's size or his power or that. It's a strategy.
That's what I was asking earlier. I'm like, I know
how he approaches that.
We got the ball
constantly putting pressure on the phone. Turkey is kind of jerking movement.
It's on Rich, my brother in the super chat. Salute you,
yeah, kind of keeps you on your toes, basically. So,
there go Deontay. Deontay Wilder right there. Yeah. We double dipping over here. You know what I'm saying? We out on champ side.
I think you should probably fight Andy. And that cool kind of real component. I feel like the next thing. Well, I feel like we should have the guy. But as far as like once the dust is settled, definitely feel Andy and Melissa Ortiz can stake their claim for who's the guy. Who's the next guy. Even the White's still there, Otto Wallen's still there. Obviously, they're going to sort their thing out, so that'd be another one, I guess.
I want to be an Andrew. Joe was out there sick.
Smash the like button.
Damn right, Ellie.
Now, do you want to play?
It's so no. There is a penalty. But I got some
smash that like button. My brother Tim said like button.
Well, no,
jelly bean, bro. It's a jelly bean.
You're not nuts, a little bit.
Get the likes up.
You just got to spin the wheel and take them if you lose. Just if you lose. Don't lose.
Get the likes up, man. Donate $1 to the super chat, man. Support the super chat. Refresh the super chat, man. People that can't send the super chat.
Yeah.
Mercedes Benz my favorite.
Let's work.
How they got everything open here?
500 people. Let's get the likes all the way up, man.
Appreciate you guys get the like button. Help the algorithm of the video. I appreciate it. I'm gonna flip it. So you probably want to see it more than me.
Might stay.
Who is in the middle?
Y'all trying to see that. See what Chris right there.
Talk like that. He's taking my
I'm gonna switch the camera over.
Chris being raised in furniture. Smash this like button, man. Yeah, my brother said right here. Look, there you go. Keep working. He working. He working. You understand? Yeah. Because they gonna be like, how much your hair weigh, remember? How much your hair weigh, champ? Kenneth Pinckney, my brother in Super J, said, let's go, bomb squad all day. Yes, sir. Them boy, 256, old tires, 2 baby about TV. What's going on? Blue, my brother Stu Baby Love TV and the Super Chat. Much love to you, great brother.
Appreciate you guys watching. Hit the like button.
King says so, brothers in South Africa, Phil J 508, what's going on? Brother Super Chat, two of the best, Champ Side and Blue 100, yup. The best part about it is, we brothers in real life. Lynette Bowman, peace blessings to you, Queen, and the Super Chat, dropping that. Good. On your boy Blue and the Super Chat, said Blue, I got you on my cell, Champ Side on the front TV, and Tay on the bedroom TV. Wow. Tay live? Where's Tay at? Tay should be here. Peace blessings to the Queen, Lynette Bowman, dropping that. Good. On your boy Blue. Man, we got 630 people, man. We got 630 likes, man. Smash that like button, man. Get the likes all the way up, man. Y'all looking to see. Zoom burst, what's up, great brother?
I don't think Walter's been talking, so he's gonna. It looks like it's a straight Q&A with both of them. So
Telly right there.
We'll see.
Judah Israel, peace blessings to you in the Super Chat. Much love. Telly right there with Sam. Telly right there. So you understand. My head here, but. Big boy. Like 2 Chainz. Like 2 Chainz. You got the third row? And that like, man. Get the light all the way up, man. Misfit, peace plus peace.
No, I haven't tried that.
That's what's up, fellas. Yes, sir. We see these brothers in real life. We're going to break bread after this. We're going to hustle to get that content. Drew Titan, LC, my brother. The Drew's in the building. Go subscribe to my brother. Drew Titan in the building. The CJ says, see you Friday, fam. Dan Rafi and Green and Hey, Drew. It's going to be a movie. Jazz Boy got hard fishing, brother, in Super Chat. Big Drew, I wish I was there. Wanted to meet you, brother. Peace and blessings. Man, you coming this weekend? If you coming this weekend, holla at me. If you coming this weekend, show you about some IQ. I'm working Champ Side Live and my live, you dig? We double dipping over here, you understand? Man, man, get the mics all the way up, man. Yeah, man, go subscribe to Rematch TV, my brother. Get the lights all the way up, man. Man, I said that might be 300. Reverse the screen. Salute Big Dose 513, brother, in the Super Chat. He says, salute from the Champ Side. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, great brother. Salute to Gift 91, brother, in the Super Chat. Dropping that. Good. On your boy Blue in the Super Chat. He said, what up, Blue? I'm dropping that. Good. Like always do. Just slid to Champ Side to press 1. He said just dropped the double on me and slid to Champ Side to press 1. My brother, Big Gift 91. Yes, sir. Big Dose 513, brother in the Super Chat. He said, salute, Blue Champ Side. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, great brother. Expert Genius, brother in the Super Chat. He said, what it do, Blue? Bomb Squad till this day. Yes, sir. Yeah. Smash the like button, please. Smash that like button. D-Fresh 94, brother, Super Chat. I'll be in Vegas Friday with Tony Wade, LDC. See you soon, brother. Yes, sir. Man, we got 750 people, man. We should have 750 likes. Stephen Lamont is off. My brother, Super Chat, says, salute, Blue. Salute to you, great brother. Box Conversation, my brother Reggie Owens in the building. Yes, sir. We in the building. Las Vegas Leon, my brother, Super Chat. He says, salute, Blue. Always working. Blue blood in Vegas. Yes, sir. Smash the like button, people. My brother, understanding the reason is super chat. What's good, my great brother Blue? Smelling that KO from here. Bonsoir forever. Salute to my brother, understanding the reason in the super chat. On the mic, my brother Terrence Bailey Sr. Go subscribe to my brother on the mic, Terrence Bailey Sr. Super chat. Blue putting in work as usual. Salute my guys, salute champ side. Great work, my brother. Yes, sir. We in the building, man. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. Smash the like button, people. We got 800 people, man. We should have 800 likes, man. Smash the like button. Yes, sir. We working both. You understand, Steve? I'm a mouthpiece for both. They're including. Yeah, cool. Salute Hip Hop TV, brother. High Hop TV, brother. Super chat. I'm King Plus. I shared the video, everyone. Yes, sir. Salute to you, great brother. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to 1K, people.
So, push the like button. Appreciate you guys.
Smash the like button. What's she say? Somebody said Scooter. Junior the Truth, my brother Junior the Truth in the building. Go subscribe to my brother Junior the Truth. What's good?
Shout out to you, Super J. Thank you guys.
Good.
Gazelle, appreciate you. Thank you guys in the chat. Andy Brand, Chosen One,
Go subscribe to the Punch Junkie,
Purpose
man.
4, appreciate you, man. Aaron, Air Show. Follow Air Show Sports. Go to that channel. Subscribe to Air Show Sports. That's what's that. Video games, boxing shows. What up, what up? Here's Air Force Team. It's gonna be good. J. Cole, it's gonna be dope, man. The buzz is starting. The buzz is gonna start today. It's gonna get cracking. Oh, Nico Walsh is over there.
There you go. And his hair is fire. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's Nico Walsh in the
Yes, sir.
Fellas here.
Still be sharp, yes, sir.
Still, we got still
Hit
going
the like
shopping.
button. Let's go. Let's bounce back and forth,
Top
people.
ranking.
Let's bounce back and forth. Hustle home, brother, in the super chat. Dropping that half up. Dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue Blood representing LBBC in Vegas. Great work, brother. I got my prediction video coming tonight. Salute to my brother Hustle Home. Go subscribe to my brother Hustle Home. James and Childress and his brother in the super chat. Dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute, Blue. I'm living through you in Vegas this weekend, brother. Salute. Out for y'all, brother in the super chat. Salute to you on the champ side. Yes, sir. Carl Littlewood.
Got 80% in the chat saying that
Good. On your boy
Tyson
Blue in
Fury
the
is
super
gonna
chat.
win.
Says salute to you, Blue. Always grinding. You in the champ side, the real. Yes, sir.
That means 1 out of 5 of you guys think that
He said, what a great accomplishment to be there. We made it, my brother. Yes, sir. Sure did. Clyde Alderman, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute to you, Blue. Wilder versus Fury weigh-in in private to the public. I will be in Vegas tomorrow. I don't know.
who's coming through this weekend.
Paul Carrick, brother in the super chat, dropping that half up. Good. On your boy Blue in the super chat. Saturday, game and match. I'm with you. I'm with you. Luke, High TV, brother in the super chat. Once again, I said this is what everyone's questioning about prevention. Blue is the first people. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speaking of Marshall Colton, brother in the super chat. I supported you. And Mr. Press. Yes, sir. And Mr. Press Lund. Yes, sir. Ben Boy, 256, brother in the super chat. Keep up the work, family. Hashtag going strong. Hashtag 2 times. Yes, sir. We about to get going.
Oh, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out.
Two buddies and me. Chop it up.
Smash the like button, hit the like button because we need like. I'm saying like, smash the like button, man. 1,000 people in here, man. We shot 1,000.
Strategy of
Like
like
that.
thinking of like, okay,
Oh, yes, sir. Salute. We in the building, you understand me, man? So, we got 250 people in there, man. We got 400 people. They all like to have it. You need to be above that. Smash the like button. LeBron 351, brother, in the super chat, dropping out. Good on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, very proud of you, brother. I'm the same camp side of Dub, too.
back tattoo went all the way down his back. I think he has a thing about his back tattoo went all the way down his back.
Smash the like button, people. Get the likes to 1K. Get the likes to 1K, people.
Getting started, almost getting started. Appreciate you guys watching. Hit that like button and get the likes up.
Your boy Blue spinning. We rock the spinners. They were Frank Warren. Frank Warren right there, people. Frank Warren. Right there. Smash the like button. Get the likes up, people. Ray Jr., brother in the super chat, dropping that. Dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Bomb Squad, who that bomber with the KO by 9th round. Appreciate from Frederick. Blue, blessing. Yeah. Marcos, you want to say something to the camera, great brother? Misfit, keep up to the queen in the super chat, dropping that half a dub. You got the great Marcos Villegas right here. What you think about that? You're about to start, man.
All I'm going to say is this.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good afternoon to you and welcome from the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas, Nevada. We present the final press conference for the highly anticipated third installment for this long-awaited rematch for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Presented by Bob Arum's Top Rank Incorporated, Frank Warren, on behalf of Queensberry Promotions, Bomb Squad Promotions, and TGB Promotions. This is a Premier Boxing Champions presentation brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Well, before we bring out our fighters at this time, let's take a closer look at the previous encounters between these two elite giants of the heavyweight division.
Absolutely electric. This is a mauling effort from Fury. Look at this! Fury's all over him. King Tyson Fury, the lone undefeated heavyweight champion of the world.
And now here is, ladies and gentlemen, standing at 6 feet 7 inches, the former champion who defended his title 11 times, looking to avenge his only loss and to regain his title from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Here is the former hard-hitting WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. And now, ladies and gentlemen, standing at 6 feet 9 inches, his record 30 wins, no losses, 1 draw with 21 wins coming by way of knockout. From Manchester, England, here is the acclaimed two-time heavyweight world champion, the current and the undefeated WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury.
We don't know what type of
And it's the heavyweight championship trilogy, Fury versus Wilder, #3, T-Mobile Arena, Saturday night, live on pay-per-view. And now, ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure to introduce the host of our press conference, acclaimed sports journalist Kate Abdo.
Deontay, how you doing? Tyson, you want to take a seat?
I'm good, thanks, Kate. I've been sat down a long time. I'm gonna stand up.
Do you not own any shirts either?
I don't. This is the sexy look.
That's what they say. Deontay, you're making me nervous with the headphones. Are we feeling like talking today? Do us a favor. Okay, cool, brilliant. Listen, you had to go through the courts, right, to get to this moment. What is it that you want to prove in the arena on Saturday night?
I don't have nothing to prove. You know, I'm in a great place. I'm in a great state of mind, have always been. You know, I got a lot of great people around me that's been covering me all this time, you know. It's nothing to prove at all. This right here is redemption, retaliation, retribution, you know, and all of the above.
I got you. It's a long way to look up at you. Won't you sit down for me?
I'm good.
All right, okay. So listen, 20 months, right? It's a long time to stay focused, to prove something that you feel that you've already proved, I assume. How have you managed to stay motivated during this time?
I've just been training, Kate, you know, taking it day by day, enjoying my life, training for a fight, and that's all we can do. Live every day, one day at a time, and I look forward to today. Because every day we wake up is a blessed day, remember that.
Amen, that's true. You've had a lot to deal with in the meantime though, right? Because you had made the fight with AJ, then you had to deal with scrapping the fight with AJ, you had COVID that you had to deal with, your wife has had a baby, congratulations. By the way, how have you managed to stay dialed in, or at what point do you think you really got dialed into this fight?
All these fights are exactly the same to me. You know, I've got some guy trying to take me head off with punches. No matter if it's Deontay Wilder or whoever it may be, it doesn't really matter to me because it's a Tyson Fury roadshow. It's been continuing for 13 years. So I train every day of my life, twice a day mostly. I eat, sleep, train, repeat. You know, I've had a few personal problems at home, but you know, there's always gonna be some type of problem or hurdle to get over in life. So it's just how we do it, you know. And I had a little baby girl who was born 7.5 weeks ago, and she was very unwell for a minute or two. And you know, I was there for 2 weeks in the hospital with her. And as soon as I knew that if I got that hurdle out of the way, then I knew that things would be good and I could concentrate on the fight, and that's exactly what I did.
Do you feel comfortable being away from home?
Yeah, I'm 100% confident, you know. The baby's 100% at home, everyone's good, family's good, so, you know, Daddy's just got to do his job now, that's it.
All right, okay. Deontay, we've seen these videos, and I think for fans it's been super exciting, right, to watch you look as motivated and as driven and as hungry as you have done. It's been 20 long months, though, right, that you've been waiting for this moment. Have you allowed your mind and your body a second to kind of step back at any point during that time?
We've been going from day one, since the last outing, you know. It hasn't been no stop. All the delays and all that, you know, has been beneficial for us. You know, we've been continue to carry on. You know, one thing about this camp that I've been able to have all my brothers around me from the start, and we're all together now. You know, so I've been talking about the love that's been around me all this time, and it's been real. It's been amazing for me. You know, when many people thought I was down and depressed and all that, I can't be. It wouldn't be fair to the people that I have around me to even feel that way. Certain things I didn't even know what was going on in the world, you know what I mean? Because of my focus and my dedication that I've had, you know, and it's just been amazing.
Overtraining is a real thing though, right? So have they had to pull you back at times?
Overtraining is a real thing, and we've been able to stop at certain times, take breaks certain times, and get back at it. You know, certain things it'll be a little lighter than others, you know, until we were able to get back on track. You know, so everything has been good. I think we've timed everything out perfectly. I think we've done all the right things, and come Saturday night, it's going to be definitely a different fight, you know, for all of the fans. You know, they should be excited. You know, it's not rare that we get trilogies like this, and I think it's going to go down in history.
We are excited. I think it feels really different coming into this fight than it did coming into the second fight, right? After that first fight, it felt like there was still mutual respect between the two of you. After the second fight, it feels like that has been lost somewhat. Deontay, there were many accusations that you made towards Tyson about reasons that you felt that he had won that fight, ways that you felt that he had cheated. Do you regret any of the accusations that you made towards him?
I don't regret it, and I go to my grave believing in what I believe in. I know things for fact. I have confirmation, clarity of a lot of things, and which, you know, one thing about it, you know, men lie, women lie, but your eyes don't lie what you see, you know. So many people can believe what they want. We're all human. We believe what we want, but the eyes don't lie. And it only made me better as a man, as a fighter, to understand and to see certain things and know things for facts. You know, it made me even hungrier than before. God is a great God, and He don't make mistakes. I wouldn't take it back for nothing, because nothing that even the way I felt, even coming into the fight, even the way when Chris took the mask off me, how I felt, I wouldn't take it back for nothing. I needed it. It was a blessing in disguise.
Tyson, he did accuse you of some of the biggest violations in boxing, right? You kind of reacted almost like you don't care, like it just kind of washes off. How do you really feel about it?
I don't care, because obviously it's coming from an unwell person. He accused me of everything, accused his team, his trainer, the suit, injuries. Who else did he accuse? Oh, the Athletic State Commission of Nevada, they were in on it as well, the referee, whoever else. Maybe if he'd come out with one of these excuses, then it would have been believable, but not 50 of them, come on. And he can believe what he wants. What it tells me is that he's a weak, mental little person who I'm going to knock spark out on Saturday night. I beat him the first time after 3 years out the ring. Quite comfortable, actually. He won 2 rounds of a 12-rounder. I absolutely obliterated him in the rematch. He didn't even win any of the rounds. And in this third fight, I just see much more the same. In fact, he's even copying me. Look, he's got no t-shirt on today. He learned that from me. I'm famous for wearing no shirt at press conferences and having no shirts on. This guy's copying me all the time. And I know I'm an inspiring person and everybody wants to be like T. But you know, it's supposed to be bronze bomber. Do your own thing. Stop copying the Gypsy King. And listen, I hope you got your excuse book ready, Dosser. And what's he doing here? He should have had the sack as well, JD's. Because if Mark Brilliant was doing it, he was in on it as well, because he was in the changing rooms. Watch my hands get wrapped. I want to know what you got to say, JD's. You was there. Are you on the conspiracy as well?
We are going to bring trainers up later on.
It was actually him who taped the knuckle dusters on. It was Jay Diaz who taped the knuckle dusters on my gloves.
Deontay.
He was there.
You clearly believe that these violations truly happened, right? So what
He
steps...
don't believe that, Kate.
Give me
In
one
his own
second.
mind, he don't believe
What
it.
steps have your team taken to make sure that this is a clean fight, that you guarantee yourself that this time around?
We got a lot of things in line, a lot of things in order, you know, and I think this is what the world, only thing that they need to know, you know. There's a lot of things that I can say and put out there, but you know, like I've always been since from day one, silence is golden.
Do you think you've put yourself under more pressure with all the reasons about why the loss in the second fight happened? Do you now feel under more pressure to come out and look spectacular in this third fight?
Not at all. When you know the truth, They said the truth will set you free. You know, there's no pressure on me. And then when you have nothing to lose, there's no pressure at all. All the pressure is on him.
Is that how you feel if you got nothing to lose in this fight?
There's nothing to lose. Nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Why'd you say nothing to lose? Because I think a lot of people would say that your legacy is potentially on the line in this
your
fight.
your legacy only dies when the man dies, when the desire and the fire is out your heart for the sport or anything that you do in life. When that dies, so does your legacy, and I'm well alive.
Amen. Listen, you're the only undefeated heavyweight champion that remains of the group, right? Is that pressure
I
for you?
said that yesterday. I've come
I know,
under
I
a lot
heard
of
it. I
scrutiny
copied
from
it.
it all. I've come under a lot of pressure because I forgot that Alexander Usyk's been a world champion for 5 minutes. Forgive me on that one. I do apologise.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, he just won all the belts, so congratulations to him, by the way. But I was just talking about the group that we were in before Usyk even come into the picture. Out of all of us from like years gone by, like say the last 10 years, there's only me, last man standing. And I'm the one who's had all the problems, all the inactivity, everything. And I'm still here, still undefeated. I'm a lone soldier now. The last one undefeated. Actually, the first 2-time heavyweight champion of the world who never lost a fight. How amazing is that?
You have
history maker, if I was interested in that sort of thing.
You've talked a lot about mental health, right? That's something that we've all appreciated you being really open and honest about. Do you feel mental pressure coming into a fight like this, and how do you deal with that? What do you make sure you have in your surroundings to keep you in the right place mentally?
You know, mental health struggle's no joke. You know, it's you can never get over it. It's not if or when, but it's not if, but it's definitely when. Mental health will always creep back into your life at some point, and it's a very, very, very dangerous matter. And it's a global pandemic on its own. Without COVID and all that stuff, the mental health struggle is real. And if you don't keep it at bay and take the right procedures to handle it, then you're going to wind up in a very bad position, like I was at one stage in my life. But I've learned to manage and maintain it all now, and look at me, I'm flying. I'm stood here as a heavyweight champion of the world, WBC, Ring Magazine, lineal champion, undefeated in 30-odd fights. Still good looking, lost me hair, but whatever. Still a fine specimen of a man, and still confident as ever, and still on top of the world. So life's good, life's very good. Very happy.
Where are you emotionally, Deontay? Because you're really big on energy, right? What's your energy towards Tyson Fury at this point in time?
My energy is like my mind, it's very violent, you know. So I'm just ready to go October the 9th. You know, I've dedicated myself. I devoted my time and my body, me and my team, reinvented. I'm ready to reintroduce myself to the world, you know.
I've seen you wearing all that gear, which has the Russian slogan on it, right? Which says glass is a glass, which means eye for an eye, I think, correct?
For sure.
What does that mean to you in the context of this fight?
Exactly what it means.
What do you want to repay him with? A loss for a loss? Is that what you're looking at, or how do you mean it?
I'm gonna let you be the judge come Saturday night.
All right, fair enough.
I've learned to choose my words wisely, you know. People always take my words out of context, you know, and that's why I've been very silent, you know. Like I said, silence is golden. And at this point in time, it's all action for me. Action, action, action. I don't have many words to say, you know. I wasn't planning on even talking today. I was gonna have Malik coming up, but you know, I respect you, Kate.
Thank you.
And I'm just ready to show action.
I respect you wanting to show what you want to show in the ring as well. All right, listen, we're going to bring up the fighters' trainers, both of them, in just a second. Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a short break.
Smash the like button, people. We got 2 million people, man. Get the like button, 1.5. We got 1.5 people here, man. Smash the like button and get the like button, 1.5. Come on, man. Young Moonlight, man. Wipe your feet. Come on, people. We got 1.6 now. Come on, man. Hit the likes all the way up. Hit the likes. Yeah, get the likes up, man. How many people you got, man?
Sorry, Zach.
Come on, man. You killing it. Yeah, man. Get the likes all the way up, man.
Can you Sorry.
Get the lights up, man. Get the lights at 1.5.
We're about 3.5 minutes.
Get the lights up. Get the lights up at 1.5. Get the lights up, man. We got 1.6 thousand. Get the lights up. Once again, 1, 2, 3. My brother in Super Chat drops in half a dub on you. Every day, October 9th, 2021. Oh, yes, sir. Get the lights all the way up, man. Get the lights up. Man, the lights on, people.
You did like this man.
No, definitely.
I should.
1.6K in here. Get the lights up. Get the lights to 1.6K, man. Fresh man, baddest man in the land. Baddest man in the land. And Mr. The Grind Don't Stop together. Trey Brown. Get the lights all the way up. Deacon 305.
Wants to smoke good for the face-off.
Get those lights all the way up.
Wants to smoke good for the face-off.
You waiting for commercial break today. You waiting for commercial break.
Gareth, why are you sat on the floor?
It's cool down here, that's why. It's very hot and sitting up in the seat.
Drop my chair, because apparently I'm not using it. Okay, as long as you're okay, it's all right. This is intense, Bob, isn't it? Wait in between it all.
My brother Paul left me in Super Chat. Stopping at half a dub on your boy Blue. Loud and knocked out. Salute to you, great brother.
Hey everybody, welcome along to the press conference one more time. We've brought in the trainers as promised. So Tyson Fury's trainer, Sugar Hill Stewart, good to see you. And Deontay Wilder's trainer, Malik Scott. Malik, good to see you too. Malik, talk to me. Deontay says that you've been able to bring something out of him that nobody else had. Why is that?
I'm a student of the game, obviously, and so Deontay, in my opinion, he ruled the heavyweight division, had 10 defenses at that time, and was just using one weapon, and on certain occasions he'll use 2 or 3. But over the years being in training camp with him in boxing, I used to always say, when he get into a fight, a lot of those things disappear, and I just never understood why. It's because he got content with just knocking people out with one weapon, which was the right hand. What I did was I went to his toolbox. I didn't give him the toolbox. I went in and I pulled everything out that I feel as though that he do well, and I made sure we didn't do it from a subconscious state, or we didn't do it by accident. And the way to make sure it wasn't done from a subconscious state was constantly do it and drill it over and over and over again. And that's what I did. So it's not like I gave him a toolbox and I'm teaching him something new. Everything I'm teaching him, I may put it in different variations of things to have him throwing combinations. What I don't have Deontay Wilder doing is doing choreographic pad work. What I don't have Deontay Wilder doing is ducking down to the ground like he's fighting Black Pernell Whitaker. He's fighting a tall guy. If a 6'7" guy is fighting a 6'7" guy, somebody has to get under a hook. I have tons of examples to prove this stuff. So we'll say some people were saying, well, why do he have Deontay Wilder ducking under a hook? He's a tall guy. Yeah, he's fighting a taller guy too. I don't want my fighter just catching punches. Fury's a big man, small gloves. Catching punches is damaging too. I don't want my fighter just parrying punches. I want him to be able to slip punches, parry punches. And that's where the 5 different dimensions they come from. Deontay Wilder can do it all. And I just pulled a lot of stuff out of him in training camp, and I made sure we drilled them with intent, not from a subconscious space.
I hear you. It's been looking great. Talk to me, Sugar Hill, because you moved into this relationship with Tyson Fury just before the second fight, right? Took over after that first fight and saw obvious opportunity to do something differently going into that second fight and switch up the approach from the first fight. What opportunity do you see going into this trilogy fight to do things differently, if any?
Well, training Tyson Fury has just been pretty much making him better. He's already been an exceptional boxer before I started training him. And just fine-tuning those skills, making sure he understands a little bit more things that maybe he didn't see, allowing him to see those things, but more importantly, just being ready. I feel like Tyson Fury being ready is unstoppable.
Malik and Deontay talk about each other as having a brotherly love relationship, right? How would you describe, Tyson, your relationship with Sugar Hill? You got your mic?
Yeah, me and Sugar go back a long way, back to like 2010, Detroit City. We've got a great bond going on, and to have any successful relationship, you've got to have good communication. And that's the most important thing in our lives, communicating with each other. And me and Sugar Hill have got that. We have this bonded glue where we gel together. We've got similar personalities. It's not easy for me to pick a trainer because I do outlandish things, I'm outspoken, I do a lot of stuff. And I've got to almost have someone on the same wavelength and personality factor to match that in order to be able to train me. And I definitely found a match with Sugar Hill here.
Is he a lot to deal with, Sugar Hill?
No.
All right, fair enough. Deontay, it seems like trust was key for you when you were making the decision in terms of who you wanted to be the head guy in your corner. But where does that trust come from with Malik, and has he surprised you with everything else that he's been able to bring to the table for you?
I trust my brother with my life as he trusts me with his. You know, I'll give my shirt off my back as he would for me. You know, and that's how it's always been from the first connection. See, when we both first met, it was just the energy was just it was connection. It was you know, sometimes you can meet other humans and you just your energies just don't mix with each other. And then you can meet others that is just like, damn, where you been all my life? You know what I'm saying? And that's how it was with him. And fun fact, my birthday and his mother lands on the same day, and his birthday and my mother's land on the same day. And when I met him, he brought his family along. We was in camp to see him. I cooked for them, the Southern hospitality, and we got to know each other even more. Even when we fought each other, it brought us even more closer, more so than ever. And in boxing, you need people. You need people that you can trust in this sport. I mean, this is a money-driven sport. There's so many loopholes and different things. that can go in, and you just never know who may be jealous, who may envy you in certain ways, even when you think the ones that really love you, or you have them at your dinner table with your children, and they play with your children, you know, and sometimes that's just not the case. But with him, you know, with all my guys, you know, I don't have a big entourage, I don't need so, you know, and it's just the love that we have for each other, all of us, that we have.
Come on, get a room,
So
get over with.
I think, Malik, one of the things that people have been super interested in is watching how much you've been working on fundamentals, and that's been something that you guys have talked about openly, right? I think people on the back of that really want to know, what does that mean for Deontay Wilder in terms of the way he approaches this fight? Does he come out aggressive? Quickish answer if you can, sorry.
Well, when it comes to working with Deontay fundamentals, it was easy because he have good fundamentals. It's just at times a lot of times he didn't use them. So it goes back to the statement that I'm really just reminding him about so many different tools that he just wasn't using. And we wasn't going to do those things one time on one sparring partner good and then forget about it. No, we're fighting Tyson Fury. And fighting Tyson Fury, he's not just fighting Tyson Fury. I'm going against the intelligent, great brain as far as Sugar Hill, because Sugar Hill come from the cloth. So when I approach a fight like it's the opponent, then it's the brain behind the opponent. And that's strong coming from over there. And what that did was it created a fervor, an anger kind of. So when I would do film study and I would have scheduled 10, 12 rounds for him to spar, I say, no, we're doing 16 rounds. I'm gonna stay up till 5 a.m. to do film study. I'm gonna call you at 2 in the morning to get you up. I'm gonna make sure Joey Scott is on you about, because I know who we're facing.
And knowing who you're facing and how he's likely gonna come out, do you start equally as aggressively? Is that the game plan?
The game plan is we have an answer for anything Tyson Fury do. Anything.
Tyson is obviously a very confident man, right? But we all know that Deontay Wilder is live in any fight. Do you have to work to keep his confidence at bay, just to make sure that he keeps that in check, that Deontay is a dangerous opponent?
No, that wouldn't be true. Tyson Fury he's very conscious of Deontay Wilder, his abilities as well as myself, being conscious of him. And it's just being sharp, it's just staying focused. And it's also just learning more, you know. There's always something to learn in boxing, and Tyson's taking that very well, and he's enjoying learning and having fun with it. So having fun and learning and executing and you know, trying to be the best, being perfect at what you do. You know, that just makes for a better Tyson Fury. And I'm excited for this Saturday coming up, actually to see what Deontay and Malik's been working on, my man Malik. And you know, I'm happy for him. And I want to see what they have. I mean, I know Malik for a while, and you know, it's exciting. It's exciting to be in this position, you know, going against Malik, and you know, just seeing what we know, where we come from, and put it all to work on Saturday. Yeah, it's exciting. I do believe in what they've been doing, what they've been working on. I've seen some of the clips, and it makes me more excited to get up and to get Tyson going even more, just like myself, since we're so much similar. And just expecting nothing but the same, but a knockout.
I appreciate hearing that respect. Thank you very much. Sugar Hill Stewart, fantastic to have you with us. Malik Scott, also appreciate your time. Listen, we are going to go to a very short break. Both fighters, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder, will deliver their closing comments in just a minute. Stay with us. I'm assuming...
Yeah, I got a few more. People started to like it. Everybody. I don't know if it's bad to go on with
Smash the like button and get the like for 1,800.
Anybody wants one of these books after the fight? We'll leave Bob Arrow and give them away free.
Behind the scenes, man, smash the like button. My brother did from there, so he got fun stories. He used to snap it for the fight. Friends with kids, have them subscribe to KK
And
TV.
at the end,
Drop the link. Smash the like button. Hit the likes of API. Multi being 1, 2, 3, brother, my food chat. Scan sanitizer. Smash the like button. Like talking to chat. Smash the like button, man. Like, get the likes of 2K. Get the likes of 2K. Smash that like button. Get the likes of 2K.
And with that, welcome back one more time to the press conference. As promised, this is now going to be the opportunity for the fighters to give their final address to the media, to everybody watching, to all the fans out there at home. Deontay, it's the last time that we're going to ask you to do this. I know you particularly are sick of the media this time around. You can have your opportunity to give your final comments.
One more that I can say that hasn't already been said, you know. I just tell you guys to prepare yourself and prepare yourself on the battlefield and get ready for war. Because this is right here, this is going to be an amazing fight on October the 9th. And as you see, I'm wearing my red outfit, so I want it back in blood. And I'm looking forward to it. And I'll see you guys there.
Tyson, you're up.
Well, I've got a lot to say, actually. Here's something that I think I need to say. It's like, Wilder said that I only won the second fight because I cheated, but then he goes and changes his whole team and does all this extra training and trains as hard as he's ever trained and brought on all this team and all that. So I asked the question is, if I only won because I cheated, what was the point in changing everything and doing all this other work? Can anybody answer that question? I know he can't, doesn't have the brains to. So, no one can answer that question, can they? So, the fact that I've egg in your face, bitch, is the word. That's what we say. And here's another one. He says he wants to do bad things to me and hurt me and do all this malice feelings and he's got anger and aggression. Well, for those who hold a hot coal with the intentions of throwing it at somebody, guess what? They're the ones who's going to get burnt. I don't want to hurt Deontay Wilder. I just want to beat him in a fight. And he knows what he's saying is lies. And deep down in his soul, he knows that he lost. And he'll lose again. And he lost the first time, he lost the second time, and he's gonna lose the third time. And guess what? After this fight, he'll be back working in that fast food chain that he was working at earlier on in his career. Because that's the only place he's gonna be welcome.
It's easy to answer
Retirement
your
for him.
question. It's
Retirement,
easy to answer your
Dosser.
question.
Retirement, Dosser.
The answer to your question is why you changed for the first and second.
No, that ain't the answer to the question. That's another question. So that's not an answer. If I only won because I cheated, why do all this extra training?
Why you
Because
change?
obviously,
Why you change the first and
you can beat
second?
me
Why you
with
change
all
the first and
training you was
second?
doing, as long as I didn't
So ask
cheat.
yourself that question.
You go ask yourself the question. If I've done all this cheating,
I see nervous energy.
yeah, then why has he not prepared himself? He hasn't done any extra steps at all to stop me from cheating again.
Why you explain yourself?
I'm not explaining myself. I'm asking you the question.
You haven't denied any
what
allegations
have you done
to this point.
I don't need to deny it because it's true.
You know what I'm saying? You
It's
haven't
all
denied
true.
any
I had knuckle
allegations.
dusters on. I had a turbojet on my
You don't
feet.
even want certain media in here to give you
All
the
of
tough
it.
questions. You
All
have
of it.
nobody to give you the tough questions.
And there's nobody in
You
here that can
feel
ask
me?
me a tough question.
So when it's like
you're in
that,
denial and you're getting knocked out.
Let's make it happen.
And you're going to retire. Retire.
You don't know nothing about knocking
Do
no one
yourself a
out.
favour
You don't have
and
knockout
retire.
power.
Your legacy's in bits.
Even in
all
my
the
worst,
excuses,
even in my worst
even all the
times, you
excuses
still hit like a bitch. I didn't
no
feel
one's
nothing.
even believed you.
I didn't feel
They're all
anything. You were
laughing at
wondering
like
why
a
I kept
big
getting
piece of
up
shit
and
when
getting
you
up.
really are.
Because I didn't feel nothing. You have no power. You're
Million
not a knockout
excuses.
artist.
Well, I knocked you out, didn't I, Dosser?
Nah, I went out on my feet.
That's a
I
knockout.
had a disloyal
You
trainer
got knocked
to throw
out,
the towel
Dosser.
in.
Dosser.
And guess what? When
Knocked
someone
out.
throw the towel in after the boss tell them not to do, the employee get fired.
Yeah, but you said I had knuckle dusters on. JD was in the room while I had the fucking goods on.
That don't
Why
matter.
didn't he say something
Hey,
then? He's in on it
don't
too.
worry about him.
He's in on it.
Don't worry about him. I handle
I'm
my
in
team
behind
like I
you.
handle my
Shall
team.
we think police in
You
on
handle
it too?
yours like you handle yours.
You're a weak man. You get knocked out.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm the one that defended my title 10 times. I go down in history as 6. How many times have you
Dusters
defended?
like you.
How many
Dusters
times?
like
I
you
don't have to
defend
cheat.
them. I don't need to.
I never had to cheat
Look
in
at me.
years.
I've come here
If you look up your history and you look up my history, which I advise everyone to do their homework. You look up you and you look up me. I'm a nun in this sport, baby. I don't have to cheat. I don't have to eat boar meat. I don't have to. I don't have to stick shit up my ass to make me feel a certain type of way. I don't have to use certain things. I don't have to manipulate my gloves. I don't have to do those things.
You have to do it
So
all.
at night, so at night when I look into the mirror, at night when I look into the mirror, I know I'm a real king, a real champion.
And you're going to get knocked out on Friday night. No problem. I don't feel you.
And if I don't stub another glove under my life, I'm good. That's the difference between me and you. I don't have to fight another day in my life.
Doesn't matter.
I'm good.
Because your legacy's already finished.
I'm good.
All the excuses.
I'm good.
You've
How
been
can
done.
you say the same
You've
thing?
been done. Finished.
Can you
You've
say
been
the same thing?
You've been beat. You've been
So keep
humiliated.
keeping your
And
nose.
you've been busted.
And let's
End
get
of.
ready.
End
Let's
of.
go.
And that's it. And there's no one in
Nervous
here
energy.
can accept the fact that this little pussy got his ass handed to him, not once, but twice, and he can't do nothing about it! Because he ain't fucking man enough! That's why!
I accept. Look.
Tell him what to say, Shelley, come on. Tell him what to say.
When I was in the condition I was in, I could have stopped the fight. I could have went back to my corner, but you know what? I'm a king. I'm a warrior. I accepted the opportunity. I accepted what I was going through to still fight you.
Yeah, you look like a dosser.
I still accepted it, and you still couldn't knock me out. You still couldn't do that. But guess what? If the roles were reversed and you was in the situation I was in, they would have called 911.
Your trainer, JD,
someone please call 911.
He did you a favour, Mark Breland. He saved your life that night.
Don't know.
You didn't want to sack him. You wanted to give him a pay rise. A pay rise.
So why is he terminated?
He needed a
If he
pay
say
rise.
I'm willing to die in the ring,
I don't know how wise this is, but we are going to
willing
ask
to
him
die in
to
the ring,
face
so
off
it ain't no
because we're
saving
running
my
out of
life. That's why I do the things. That's why I do the things outside of the ring. And my family have an understanding. My children have an understanding that daddy has a dangerous job. There's no other sport in this world that have collected as many lives as boxing.
Amen
so
to
I
that.
understand what I'm going through.
And we
so
respect both of you for those reasons. Can I ask both of you
I don't respect
to
him. I
stand
think
up?
he's a bum.
Deontay, will you do us a favor? Can you stand up? We're going to do a face-off one final time. We have a huge show coming up for you on Saturday night. Massive respect. No, we're not going to do. I apologize. No. Bob Aaron says no. Bob Aaron says no. All right, we're going to leave it there. Listen, we do have a television show still coming up. Deontay, I appreciate you. Thank you very much, sir. It's good to see you.
Hell yeah.
Tyson, I appreciate you. Thank you very much. It was good to see you, mate. I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a good one. Bless you. That is the end of the show, everybody. Listen, we are going to send you back up to Andre Ward and Sean Porter, who are standing by, going to continue to give some analysis and everything that we just saw. Appreciate you all joining us, and stick with us for the rest of the television. Thanks a lot.
Big Doss is getting annihilated. I see you all Saturday night. After parties on me, Gypsy King, Pakistan. After I've annihilated the Doss again.
Oh. Man, it finally popped off. Finally.
What? They don't want the fight to be over before.
Yeah, they don't want someone to get
Excuse me.
Oh,
They need you up there. They need you up
This is the man that she thinks I'm having an affair with.
Is your girlfriend definitely?
Don't worry about it. First of all, congratulations, your dad's here. How does it feel? You're fighting on the Shakur card.
I'm super excited.
I got wild about it. Really?
No.
I'm shocked that there wasn't conflict, like, you can't see. There's something that would have happened, like, we don't want nothing. It's amazing. I mean,
nobody can match me in the ring.
It's not
Get up there, my boy.
Okay, so go in that corner and just go all the way around.
Yeah?
Yes, because you're MTK.
Yeah.
Just go round to here.
Oh, as in walk around the back.
Just come round. I'm coming out.
Evan.
Hi. So these are rights holders. They've got the rights to the fight, so they have to. And then what you guys were doing, you were talking over it and asking questions. So then it was like not an exclusive. We couldn't use the content from the user. We just bear with us.
Quite animated for this. Fight week, this is what I've been training for, this is what I'm built for. Fight week, can't wait.
It's crazy. I remember seeing Tommy in Cleveland and being like, damn, Tommy's a big guy.
Whoever's doing the intermission needs to stay.
No.
Tommy, can you come over? Can you come over?
We got you 4 minutes, sugar.
Yeah, you take a spirit away.
Huh?
What are you asking? Why is he on spirit away?
I just want to talk to somebody, bro.
You saw that, right? He was checking in on Spirit Airlines.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, Jake Paul was
That's how
trolling
Jake Paul made a video offering him $1 million with the first class Spirit flight, and then a stay at the Best Western with 3 continental breakfasts.
Somebody spotted him at the airport, like checking in on Spirit. That's why.
No way.
Going next week to San Diego? No?
Yeah, Pachanka, right? Yeah. You going to Fresno? Been president?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I haven't applied though. They haven't even said anything.
You have a flight to president?
No, hell no.
Oh.
They haven't applied.
Oh, applied. Oh yeah, you're right. I haven't either.
Yeah, I'm driving Friday morning to San Diego, going to TJ Friday night, and driving to Fresno Saturday
So you're
morning.
gonna sleep in?
Fuck no. I might sleep at Hong Kong.
Fresno. There you go. Well, don't give you 30 minutes for the room.
I am live. Just, anyways, just hot mic, buddy.
Oh, that's cool. I ain't got nobody to answer to.
Let me take it back. I don't know if they give you 30 minutes.
That's the word on the street.
Yeah, I just Yelp review.
Yelp review said it.
Now, is there any chance you reckon you'll be able to get something again today? Or not be able to?
Say that
Do
again?
you reckon I might be able to get something again today or not?
Like a one-to-one?
Yeah.
Evan's going to take care of this line here. I'm just doing the rights holders
Oh, okay.
and the exclusives,
No
and then I'm
worries.
handing over to Evan to take over the letters.
Cheers.
He's going to probably go down and just do like a line.
Yeah, cheers.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Hey, take a step away. Do it.
Of course, this is the Tyson Fury road truck. You think I'm going to go up there and be told what to do by step? Sit down. Hell no. This is my show. I do what I want. This is my city. Do what I want. My show. Keep around the same way. Tyson Fury. What we do is to entertain. Come here to entertain. Put on a show. Get the fight done. Get out of the rest of it. I want one. Frank said to me, "Oh, we don't want to face off," and I sort of looked around the wildest scout like you say, both on stage. Check yourself. Got right in his face and let him know what time it is. KO time. Tell me what's going to happen. Man's been real. Heavyweight puncher at his finest. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Oh no. Cheers.
Squeeze.
I'm not him out. He's still the punches.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you to everybody who's going to hold on to you.
Sitting on at the end as well.
Thank every single person, every single one. Sunday morning. And still.
I was just wondering what the
I'm
situation
going to split everybody up into 3 groups,
Okay.
and I hope they listen, but you guys never do.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, because
We don't have a good track record or what?
right?
We like you, man.
Yeah.
This still doesn't mean you guys listen.
Proper representation. Proper representation.
Everybody, I'm splitting it into 3 groups. So I'm gonna start here, so everybody please do not crowd around. Unless you do that, no interviews. So everybody will get a chance. Okay, so you guys, everybody's here. Just wait. So we're gonna do this first, this, and then this. Since there's like 3 corrals and there's too many people, everybody, I'm gonna have 3 different sets. So everybody who's here, please wait here. And everybody get it, because I don't want everybody crowding around at once. That way everybody gets what they need. So make Andy be sure. Yeah. So everybody understand? Is that fair?
Yeah.
That'll work.
Yeah. Oh, that means I go like that.
Yeah.
I'm mid groups. I mean, that's fine.
He just said don't move. He just said don't pass.
Let me go change some minutes.
Feels like that we alone, right? You know what I mean? When you're solo. Because you see people with teams. You know.
I don't pay. I only won because I cheated. And he's done all this improving an extra code to make sure he wins the same fight. Well, if I only won because I cheated, it's not going to get be alright, right? Not rocket science, is it? I didn't want to watch him and get injured. Yeah, obviously, it's all
Everybody's gonna have a match.
Hey, right here. No contradiction, keep going. Right.
Looks like he's getting one rush.
I'm gonna get another one there in like a minute.
Everybody stay right here. No crowding around. Everybody will get their chance. Yeah. Why do you feel he can't accept the loss in the second fight? Because he's mentally weak. Come on, his mind ran free. As we seen up there today, he can't compete. All the stuff he spouted, he has no answers for. Can't answer the question.
Tyson, we've had such a hard time dealing with it. Do you feel like this third fight, with the pressure of everything that he said, that mentally he's added a severe disadvantage?
Yeah, for sure. It's that serious because he's done all this accusation and now he's got it all to back up. And if the case was that I'd done all the cheating that he said I'd done, then all he'd had to do is make sure that there was no cheating going on and turn up and win the fight, right? So if he doesn't do that, then he's completely done for. His legacy's in bits right now. It was all good because any man can lose a fight, but not come out with all the rubbish excuses to come out with. That tarnishes a man's legacy completely.
The winner of that would be the king of boxing.
I'm already the king of boxing. I'm heavyweight champion of the world. Lineal ring WBC. You can't beat that. Undefeated heavyweight champion of the world. Me. The king of boxing. The undisputed king of boxing. Already. Don't need to win another fight to prove it. I'm already that man.
What do you think of him saying the whole eye for an eye and does he get you thinking like what would he be up to?
Well, he says he's a religious man. He's doing all the stuff for me. You have heard it said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you, if anyone should strike you on the left cheek, turn also to the right and strike that also. I don't believe in an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's done for.
What kind of difference do you think
I'm motivated and getting paid a lot of money to be here. And I get another person on my record. As far as I see it is, I'm doing what I love to do and get paid for it as well. So I can't get better than that. Really, really happy.
we all can believe like you said before right
Find out on Saturday night. Find out Saturday night.
What kind of changes do you expect Malik Scott to bring?
I don't care. Malik Scott's one is a loser, and one of Deontay Wilder don't expect to because he's already knocked him out 30 seconds. How's he going to take notes of a man that's already knocked out? It's like me getting some guy who knocked out one round and saying, you know what, guy, please train me because you can teach me. But I knocked him out in 10 seconds. That's just not relevant.
Right, so what about, Angelo Dundee never boxed before, so there's that, that rebuttal to it that, just because the guy got knocked out in the first round doesn't mean he can't trained extremely well. What do you think of Tyson?
Very unimportant. Not something that I've not been told or even interested in. Deontay Wilder to deal with first, and then the team, the region will all sit down and we'll make a decision on what's next. And then obviously,
Tyson, what's your response to Deontay seeming to think you had nervous energy, maybe just pacing around, wouldn't take the seat? What's your response?
What I made is ran off the stage, didn't want to face me.
Yeah, were you disappointed there was no face-off, Tyson?
Not disappointed, just expected.
How influential has Emmanuel Stewart and Sugar Hill been? I know there's a documentary about the Fury DNA, but do you feel like you're at your peak when you're training in the American Boxing School?
For sure. Emmanuel Stewart, Sugar Hill, I've been able I don't think I can get a better teacher than Sugar. One thing that Sugar is, he's not a boxing trainer, he's a boxing teacher. And it's a massive thing. Today's fighters, they don't understand the difference of a boxing teacher and a boxing trainer. Sugar's definitely a teacher. I'm very happy to place him. Yeah. Just keep going on the shows, entertaining. I don't really see it as a positive correlation. One, I don't need any more time to go and fight. Whole life to be a boxer, man. I've had it depressed. And if I can't do that, sat on my ass, just coming off the sofa, it's going to be very disappointing because, if I'd been in the cabin, an aeroplane, and I don't feel great today, so I can't fix it. That's not I can watch more
Oh, shit.
It must have been shit happens when it's not the end of the world. Worse things happen, that's it.
And Tyson, just to get technical for a second, how important are those feints that you have to winning Saturday night?
Not important. Most important thing is that your face. Bang!
Tyson, do you feel that this could be more competitive in the second fight?
I don't know. The answer to that question is don't really care. We'll find out Saturday night. Thanks, guys. All the best.
And Tyson, we've all heard a great deal about what you guys don't like about each other. Can you tell me one thing you respect about Deontay Wilder?
Zero. Nothing. Don't respect him as a man or a fighter. And I never will.
And when it comes to that respect in the ring, is there anything that you feel he does well that you will have to look out for or be on guard for?
It's a boxing match. What he's going to do, he's going to do. I don't really care anyway.
It seemed like until you got him riled up today, you weren't satisfied. Right there at the end, you got him in.
It's like fishing. You're not going to catch a fish on the first cast. You've got to keep going, and you've got to keep going, and you've got to keep going. And shit, you've got to bite. I got him. I got him from saying nothing to being totally riled up and going his mind again.
Tyson, is that a sign of just how much you feel you're inside his head?
Yeah. Take it nice and easy. Change the pattern and the bottom of the plan. And he fell for the old bait again. And that's all we can say. What more can we say?
Tyson, no face-off today. Was that a surprise for you not to have a face-off with Deontay?
He didn't want to face me, did he? I'm too much of a man for him. He didn't want to look at the Gypsy King because he would have saw determination and I would have saw fear.
Hey, Tyson, you're looking sharp as always. Can you talk to us about what you got on? I mean, down to the shoes, and what can we expect Saturday? And you know what? I do got a shirt for you.
I am the
the lineal WBC and Ring Magazine heavyweight champion of the world, and I respect the hell out of that.
I like the shoes too.
The shoes, I've got the WBC and Ring Magazine belts on them, and same as the suits. I'm representing my organisation, and I'm doing it proudly because I am the flagship of this company, being the heavyweight champion of the world. So I must conduct and look like the heavyweight champion of the world.
And you present it well, and I do have a shirt for you.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
Anthony Joshua said that you contacted him after his loss. Can you tell us what you said to AJ?
I just said that I'd train him, and if he wanted to win this next fight, then he should let me train him for the fight.
There's been a lot of speculation, obviously, if you're successful and Usyk can do it one more time, but obviously the two of you on a collision course. How do you see that fight going? How do you match up against Usyk?
I've got Deontay Wilder and Dave Lewis, and I don't want to talk about any opponents, but just for the record, I can beat them all. Every single one of them put together. They can't beat me. None of them can beat me. Not A, not B, not C, right way down to Z. Definitely can't beat me.
What would you tell Joshua in terms of training? You said
I would make him win that fight. It's not something I can tell him, it's something I have to show him. What would you show him? I'm not telling you.
Give us a prediction for the Saturday night.
Tyson Fury wins the fight.
What round?
We'll go victorious.
What round?
Don't know and I don't care. Thank you.
Radio Raheem with Tyson Fury.
The boxing in Japan is getting very big, and I support it. That's
Feel good. Go, go.
I'm not doing it.
Tersten, ışık var, ters ışık. Ters ışık.
Turn, please. The lights coming from. Everybody's going to Wilder versus Fury. One more? 3 fights. Fury versus Wilder.
Your press conference is still normal from pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Wilder just took off right after that.
Yeah.
He didn't do nothing.
Malik is over there.
I like that with Tyson.
Me too.
Documentary just came out. The man is a famous documentarian, Ken Burns. It's 4 parts. Each part is 2 hours. It is absolutely spectacular. It's the Muhammad Ali. It's called Muhammad Ali. It's a documentary on PBS. You can get it on streaming, and they have a Blu-ray. You can buy the whole thing for like $70. Must, before you write anything about Ali, you have to watch that. I have a question. Yes. I'm talking he told River? Yes. Or not? Yes. Because he came back from Louisville and he was big parade and everything. And then he went to a
Manager of my kids' soccer team now.
at a lunch counter. Sat down to get a sandwich.
Yeah, you know what I
And
did
there
like
wouldn't
in this?
serve it. Because in those days, in Louisville and the rest of the South, they wouldn't serve black people.
Are they gone? That's a kick on the other
So
side.
he was so disappointed and so chagrined that he took the gold medal off.
I know, huh?
I know for sure. It is for sure. It was true. He told me
Everyone here
himself.
is fucking gotta wait anyway, so yeah.
Tell everybody where to follow your Instagram.
Hang on.
You didn't leave it by the dresser.
Hi, Christine. Nice to meet you.
You all right?
There you go. Yeah.
How things going today?